Hello everybody, it's Mr. Veale back again, and I'm the head teacher of Atwood Primary Academy, which is situated in Sanderstead in South Croydon. And today is Friday the 17th of July. We finally made it, everybody. My goodness, what a year. And I know I've said that before, but we have all reflected on such a challenging year. But do you know what? We have come through it as a absolutely wonderful team and community. I am so proud of everybody, and really in this edition I'd like to extend my thanks to all sorts of people who have made my job not only easier, I think, but so much more enjoyable. So in no particular order, I don't want to upset anyone. First of all, I want to say a huge thank you, of course, to my senior leadership team. They have been absolutely wonderful. They've kept me calm, they've kept me bright, they've solved solutions on my behalf, and they have been absolutely wonderful. They've never given up, and they have always done everything that I've asked of them. They've challenged me and they've inspired me, they've motivated me to become the best head teacher that I can be. So thank you, and I really do hope that all of my senior leaders have a wonderful break and they can have a little time away from me, which is probably much needed. Secondly, governors, of course, Atwood governors, wonderful job keeping us on track, asking those challenging questions, yet always being supportive and level-headed. Thank you, governors. To my wonderful staff, you are absolutely incredible. You are an inspiration to me. No matter what your role is, I've always said this as head teacher, I'm not really a hierarchy kind of head teacher. I'm not fussed about what you do in an organisation. Quite frankly, every single person is here for only one reason, and that is the children. So no matter what your role is, your experience, you have been brilliant. And I know for some of you it's been very difficult, staff, because of your home circumstances and obviously your loved ones at home, and you have gone the extra mile, and I just wanted to say a huge thank you to you. Then moving on, of course, to our wonderful families. Mums and dads, you've been incredible. The feedback that you've given me has been very constructive and has given me the boost when I needed it, and I know that you've provided good challenge as well and really made me think. So thanks, mums and dads. Thank you also for you to do taking time to do the parents survey. We've had it back in again and it's looking very favourable. What I'll do in September, when I've had a little bit of time to have a look through everything, is pull out, of course, the headlines, what we're doing well, but I suppose more importantly what we need to focus on next. And obviously in September I'll probably do a special vlog about this. My big thank you, of course, to our children, the only reason any of us are here, quite frankly. You have been absolutely amazing, children. You have taken everything in your stride. I knew you would. Lots of people ask me, why do I travel all the way from Whitstable up to Surrey to Croydon every day, which my commute generally takes me on average 4 hours a day? And I always consistently say, I come to be your head teacher because you are an absolutely fantastic bunch of children. You make us laugh, you make us smile, sometimes you make us cry, sometimes you just infuriate us, but we love you to bits. You are absolutely amazing as a bunch of children. You're so resilient, so grown up, and you're just an absolute inspiration. And do you know what? I have got no issues, no problems, no worries about you going off into the wider world when it's your time, because you are going to be the leaders of tomorrow. And I'm going to be very proud being your head teacher and just having a tiny little part in your successful future. I also want to say a huge thank you, heartfelt thank you to a wonderful group of supporters of our school, and that's the FOAP, the Friends of Atwood Primary Academy. Kim, Daniel, Sarah, and I don't want to miss anybody out, but you know who you are. You have been absolutely wonderful. The minute COVID hit, you were there giving us soap, sanitizer. You were saying, look, please have money. We don't want any children dipping out. We don't want you to be unsafe. And throughout, you have lent us equipment. You haven't got grumpy when I've broken stuff, and I'm so sorry about that gazebo. You have been wonderful, and all the way through, you've kept our spirits up as well. They're my main thank yous, and I hope that I haven't forgotten anyone. But you know, in the meantime, I really do hope that you have an absolutely fantastic summer holiday, and stay tuned because there's more bits and pieces coming up. So, talking about the FOAP actually, don't forget there is a uniform sale that is happening on Tuesday the 22nd of July, so please do come along. We will be laying out the tables in the staff car park at the front of the school. Don't worry, we'll try and do it all socially distanced and safe. There will be plenty of uniform, good quality uniform on sale, and please do come along and support this event. If there's any uniform left over, Kim said that hopefully she'll be able to put some online or sell some in September, so I'm sure we won't miss out either way. Now, I wanted to talk about uniform. Lots of you, thank you so much, have commented on the 8-page letter that I sent to you and probably have digested it or looked at the YouTube vlog. And they've noticed that on PE days, we're asking the children to come in their PE kits. Now, I totally understand that we probably were a little bit behind the times where we haven't updated our uniform policy in terms of PE, because often when it was chilly, the children used to go out in their kind of knitted Atwood tops. So I didn't really want anyone getting cold when the weather turned. So if you head over to the school website, and if you go on the school uniform page with Maypac, you will see new for next year, because they're very popular, is the choice of an Atwood hoodie or an Atwood zipper. And that means that the children can be nice and warm on their PE days. I'm hoping that's going to be a good development. Now, I also wanted to say a huge thank you to the FOAP, because they have kind of donated a special piece of artwork, which I'll show you later in this vlog. I won't spoil it, but they have supported us, and just to commemorate this strange and special event of COVID, I think that's probably what we can call it, they have donated a lovely mural which is on the FOAP hut, and you can have a look at that later. So more news coming up in a while. Now, I just wanted to talk to parents of years 5 and year 6 all about Carroty Wood and Stubbers. So I know how patient you've been. I know you've contributed money to these trips, and I don't ever want you thinking that you're not going to get your money back. We are chasing this. Mrs. Groves and I are chasing this, and we hopefully will be in a position to give you your refund as soon as possible. But I didn't want you thinking, you know, he's forgotten or anything. I certainly haven't. In terms of next academic year's trips, we're just keeping an open mind at the moment due to the normal kind of COVID restrictions. So just wanted to update you on that one. Now we're back again, and what we've got here is just going to do one article this week from the Week Junior, and it is Science Technology. It is dogs being trained to sniff out coronavirus. So I wonder whether this relates to the lovely Monty, because of course he's been having his own particular lockdown. So I wonder whether Miss Ingram has been training him up to sniff out coronavirus. Let's find out a little bit more about it. So a training program that is teaching dogs to sniff out coronavirus is making really good progress according to the research teams involved. 6 dogs are being trained to detect the smell of SARS-CoV, the scientific name for the virus that causes COVID-19. If further studies keep giving successful results, the dogs could help identify whether people in the UK have the virus. The research is being carried out in Milton Keynes, which is of course in England, and is led by Professor James Logan of the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, working also with Durham University and a charity called Medical Detection Dogs, which has already trained dogs to sniff out other diseases such as malaria. The 6 dogs involved in the trial are known as Asher, Digby, Jasper, Norman, Star and Storm. They will be trained to identify the coronavirus from face masks and pieces of clothing that have been worn by NHS staff. The dogs will sniff their way through 3,200 samples and will alert their trainers when they find one that they think contains the virus. The scientists will know which items have the virus on them, making it easy to see if the dogs are actually correct. Dr. Claire Guest, who is the co-founder of Medical Detection Dogs, said one of the dogs, a Cocker Spaniel called Asher, has been particularly good during the training. Asher was rehomed 7 times before being adopted by Guest because of his very active personality, but has a very high success rate as a malaria detecting dog. After 8 further weeks of training, the best dogs will be tested to see if they can detect the coronavirus in different settings. After that, it's hoped that the project will be expanded so that dogs can be used in places like airports. So this is it, yeah. I mean, I think we do know that dogs have a wonderful sense of smell, so let's find out a little bit more about that. So dogs are much better at smelling things than human beings are. So our furry friends have 300 million smell sensing cells in their noses compared to about 5 million in humans. When a dog breathes in, only around 12% of the air gets sucked into an area of the nose just for analysing different odours. This air gets filtered through tiny bone structures to identify the different smells present. From here, receptors send messages to the brain to help the dog identify what it has just sniffed. So there we go. Dogs being trained to sniff out coronavirus. If you haven't managed to see it, it's on the blue doors, the PA hut or the Friends of Atwood hut, and the FOAP have asked me to mention it in the vlog because of the artist. He's known as Chris and he's at State of the Art, so people can view his work on Facebook and Instagram. And also, really, the whole tenet of the mural is to say thank you to the NHS and help us just reflect back. So please do support Chris. He's obviously a very talented artist, and I know that the FOAP are running a special raffle, I think, which closes on Sunday, and I think one of the prizes is to have a mural done by Chris. So get involved. Thanks a lot. That's about it, really. Oh yes, no, I forgot actually. Yes, I am going to end one of my own vlogs on the topic of weather because, well, we've had a couple of special days in the last week. We've had what have we had, Mr. Veale? Yes, we've had the storming of the Bastille Day, which is the French national holiday, which is 14th of July, commemorating the storming of the Bastille and the subsequent French Revolution. But then the next day, perhaps a little bit more my kind of thing, St Swithun's Day, and I worked with my children at home to learn a little bit more about St Swithun, and we found out that he was the saint. He was sainted, but he was the Archbishop of Winchester, and legend has it, if it rains on St Swithun's Bridge on July the 15th, it's going to rain for 40 days. So luckily, well, where I was, it didn't rain, so we're going to enjoy the summer. And on that note, take care, guys, and I'll see you in September.